let's talk about the TV product then, because that's, I think, one of people's biggest questions. Will they have to pay? What does that look like? Is there a free to air version? Are you able to tell us a bit about like how you see the broadcast looking, at least for this year anyway? Maybe, I'm sure it will change a bit over time, but
yeah. I mean, I think so. It'll sit globally on GCN Plus, which is a subscription platform. I mean, there's all the road racing and everything on there as well. It's there's a huge amount of cycle racing, but yeah, there's a pay component, Discovery Plus, Eurosport Player as well. So different parts of the world, and will be really clear in the next few weeks and months where you can watch it, and a lot of that will be on subscription platforms. But we're also looking at in front of the paywall options as well. We're really looking at, we want to broadcast a lot more of what's happening on site, and I think is with the new semi-final format in downhill, we're looking at how we can broadcast that, the junior racing as well in downhill, the U23 racing in cross country, and where they sit in front or behind paywalls, all open for discussion at the moment internally, and how we can sort of technically roll things out. But then there'll also be various broadcasters around the world. So before each event, there'll be a list, again, website, and when the app launches, there'll be the where to go to see it. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, the reality is that a lot of it will sit on subscription platforms. But I think in this day and age, that's I think that's acceptable, and I think we need to really make sure that we can create an economic model to invest into the sport and grow the whole thing as well, because ultimately that's what we need to do to help pay more prize money and make the sport bigger. So,
are you able to tell us whether we'll be able to see the downhill final free to air, do you think, or not?
I think it'll depend where you are in the world. I mean, GCN Plus, Discovery Plus, and again, that's quite a complex. If you already have Eurosport, for example, then yeah, you won't have to pay for it because it'll be on there. And there's millions of people with that already, So it'll depend what you have and what. It's a quite a complex one to answer, and I think we have. And I'm not dodging the question, because yes, people will have to pay. Some people will have to pay. Some might not. Some might already be paying. But previously there was one place to watch, and that was it. The plan for us is very much there'll be many places to watch. Some will be in front, some will be behind paywall, some will have different things. So it's more of a complex answer than just black and white, as I think as it was previous.
Do you know?
But yeah, GCN Plus, which is a paid for platform, will be globally accessible.
Do you know when the announcement's likely to be made for people, so that they can actually find out, like, based on where they live and what packages they currently have, what they will and won't be able to see, kind of thing, or what they'll have to pay for?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's no fixed date. I mean, we already put out the information with the launch of the brand and the website last week that GCN Plus, Discovery Plus, and Eurosport Player, again, GCN Plus is global, app based. The other ones are dependent on territory. They guaranteed they'll be available there. So if you have them, fantastic. If you want to subscribe, then subscribe. Anything else will come out in the coming sort of weeks as we build into the season.